Welcome to Exam Sale. This script breaks down the syllabus for the Microsoft Azure DevOps Solutions exam in clear, practical terms so you know exactly what to study and why it matters. Overview of the exam structure and domain weights. Design and implement build and release pipelines is 43%. Design and implement source control is 17%. Develop an instrumentation strategy is 15%. Configure processes and communications is 13%. And develop a site reliability engineering strategy is 12%. Each domain lists the focus, difficulty, estimated learning time, and assessment type so you can plan your study time effectively. Design and implement build and release pipelines is the largest domain at 43% and rated hard with about 35 hours of study and hands-on plus conceptual assessments. You will learn how to design package management and build orchestration, configure agent pools, variables and secure secrets, and define triggers for parallel and multi-stage builds. You will also automate infrastructure using ARM templates and Bicep and integrate Terraform, implement deployment patterns like Blue, Green and Canary, and manage slots, traffic shifting, database deployments, and rollback strategies. Finally, you will integrate security into CI/CD with vulnerability scanning, Key Vault for secrets, static and dynamic analysis, pipeline permissions, compliance checks and service connection management. Design and implement source control is 17%, medium difficulty, with about 15 hours of study and a mix of hands-on and conceptual assessment. This domain covers repository structure and governance so you can design large-scale repositories, configure Git hooks, manage large files with Git LFS, and set proper repository permissions and access control. You will study branching and merging strategies including Git flow, GitHub flow, and trunk-based development. Learn to resolve merge conflicts and rebases, and implement pull request workflows, naming conventions, and automated branch maintenance. Focus on code review policies, submodule and dependency strategies, and server-side configurations that keep source code secure and manageable. Develop an instrumentation strategy is 15%, medium difficulty, with about 12 hours of study and mostly conceptual and scenario-based assessment. You will learn to design a log aggregation and retention strategy, configure application insights for multi-tier applications, and implement custom telemetry, distributed tracing, and event tracking for troubleshooting and performance analysis. The domain covers defining metrics and alerts, configuring Azure Monitor alerts and action groups, designing dashboards for different stakeholders, and automating responses to critical alerts. You will also practice optimizing telemetry volume and cost, integrating logs across Azure resources, using Profiler to analyze bottlenecks, and monitoring containerized microservices. Configure processes and communications is 13%, easy difficulty, requiring about 8 hours of study with conceptual and scenario-based assessment. This domain focuses on Azure boards and work management where you will configure processes like Agile, Scrum, Basic or CMMI, design work item types and custom fields, and manage backlogs, sprints, and delivery plans with traceability to code. You will also implement collaboration and notification strategies by integrating Azure DevOps with Teams and Slack, configuring automated notification rules and service hooks, creating project wikis and dashboard widgets, and managing user access and stakeholder permissions. The goal is to optimize how teams track work, communicate status, and maintain traceability between planning and delivery. Develop a site reliability engineering strategy is 12%, medium difficulty, with about 10 hours of study and scenario-based assessment. You will apply SRE principles by defining slows and sleaze, managing error budgets to balance reliability and velocity, and running post-mortems to reduce operational toil. The domain covers designing resilience and scaling strategies such as high availability and disaster recovery, auto-scaling and traffic management, circuit breaker and retry patterns, load balancing and CDN configuration, and cross-region failover and data redundancy. You will also learn to test resilience with chaos engineering, implement health probes and self-healing mechanisms, and analyze MTTR and failure rates. In summary, the full syllabus spans 5 domains and the recommended study time adds up to about 80 hours, with a strong emphasis on pipelines and automation. Focus your hands-on practice on build and release pipelines, Reinforce source control and instrumentation skills, and practice SRE and communication scenarios to round out your preparation. Good luck with your Microsoft Azure DevOps Solutions exam preparation, and use this roadmap to guide focused study and lab time.